Hey. Hello. Thanks for showing up. I'm showing up today too. Welcome to Periwinkle Palace Arts. My place on the internet. I'm Princess Bun Bun. Me and my bunnies. We do art stuff here. Pretty much every day around 8:30 in the morning till usually 11 a.m. So, if you've never been here before, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome. I'm in the weeds this morning, y'all. I'm deep in the weeds of what's going on in the world. It's just so much. I woke up this morning, turned on the news, and the first thing I saw is that Jimmy Kimmel, his show last night, after what he said about Charlie Kirk, has been preempted. Another way I've heard it said is what is the word? Suspended indefinitely by the company. I think, what is it, ABC? Yeah. I don't know what to think about that. Really confused. So, I'm gonna watch some news about this and see if I can figure out what's going on. I wouldn't mind having a conversation about that today. Just what do you think? Keep it kind. I will not tolerate any nonsense. All right, let's say hi to the bunnies. This is my fibromyalgia bunny. She's here every day. Her name is Maya. She is wide awake this morning because she loves coloring hair. And that's what we're doing today. We're going to color the hair. She really wants to sit back under the laptop, and I'm not sure if I can make that work for her, but let's try. That's where she likes to sit. I've got so much stuff on my desk. Oop. Here we go. All right. Here we go. It's been a couple weeks since she's been able to sit on her spot there. Okay. Don't fall, Maya. I mean Mocha. This is Mocha. Mocha is one of the coffee bunnies. And I love her. And I love coffee. And I love Mocha anything, and so we're a match made in heaven, right? Yeah. Yep. And she loves her dress. And she has super tiny legs. She acts like a little Southern Belle. Is that what we call it still? Is it still called that? The Southern Belle? Should be defining that by like the decade or something. I don't know. It's so hard to remember all the things. Anyway, all right. You want to sit there too? All right. I feel like you guys are going to end up lifting my laptop up, but it's fine. Okay. We need two things to do art. Especially when we feel bad. I feel bad, but I'm here. I also have to say, look, I'm too tired to go change my shirt. Or this thing under my shirt. You know what it is. But it's so hot pink that against the green that it's bothering me. Anyway, Okay, I did my hair today in these kind of messy, puffy braids. Like, I'm still tugging on it to get everything together. And, like, kind of like, I'm doing things to my hair that I never do because it's not good for your hair. And I'm very particular about my hair. So, anyway, we need cute hair or something cute in our hair. There we go. I'll probably keep fiddling with that all day. Cute hair, got it. And coffee. Do you guys have your coffee? So there's this little kind of mini meditation that I do. And it's all about my coffee. I enjoy it so much. But here's the thing, it's warm. So right now it's helping my hands. It's warm and it has a strong smell and then a taste, right? It's very intense of an experience, sensory wise. So sometimes when I'm having a lot of anxiety, or just forgetting to breathe, I will pick my cup up and warm my hands, kind of stretch a little bit, and then I'll take a big breathe in smell of the coffee. And breathe out. And then take a sip of the coffee. And focus on the warmth and kind of bring it into your chest at least. And now you've done a deep breathing meditation or break that involved a lot of sensory experience. A lot of people sit all day long, whether it's at their desk for work or in a car because they're a driver, so they're in the car a lot, or they're a professional gamer, so even though they have like an amazing chair, they still sit a lot. And so this is a way to like very quickly, for me, take a moment and involve all of my senses and just check out, relax my body, make sure that my shoulders aren't trying to go up to my ears. It's a common thing I do. Like this. The more tense I get, right? If you notice these things, you can start to change them, I think. It just takes practice, which is doing it over and over and over. What else are you going to do? I mean, it gets repetitive and it's annoying, but what else are you going to do? You only have two options. Change it or accept it. I heard that somewhere recently. I have no idea where. If I figure it out, I'll let you know. So, when I'm like way into my coffee for a second, now you know why. The hands are like, this morning. All right, so I promised myself when I start doing this that as much as possible, I would not really censor myself too much. That's all I do right now is censor myself. I'm still nervous. And look, the climate in the world right now does not make it easy to be not censoring yourself on the internet. Some of us are very good at masking. So we're going to work on the hair. Now, the colors selected for this hair I really like. It's basically just French grays and white. Two things have occurred. One, I believe that I saw it this morning. I could swear to it. But I can't find my 70% French gray. Okay, so. But I was laying in bed this morning trying to like drag myself up out of the bed. And I was like, I don't just want to do her hair just gray and white. I want her hair to be periwinkle. Now, I put periwinkle in one of the blends every single time I color something. Almost every time I create any piece of artwork, it has periwinkle in it. So, I sat here this morning while I was trying to find the warm gray. I grabbed my periwinkle and grabbed a few other colors, and I was trying a bunch of different little blends out right here. Just bear with me, guys. I talk slowly often. I talk slowly often. I often talk slowly. Because words don't come out of my mouth very easily. I reverse them. Shoo, stop telling me what to do. Sorry, I'm talking to my husband's Alexa. Super loud. Yes, I can hear it, even through two different things playing in my ears. My husband likes to say to my kids, it's not your mom's fault. She can hear the electricity in the walls. All right. I think, before I get started here, I'm going to do what the Ziggy told me to do. And eat my gummy. My mouth is so dry right now. I think I'm gonna have to go get the jar out of my purse for my TheraBreath mints, because I not told the husband that that's my last one that I can find right now. The last mint. Anyway, alright. I already used the CBD cream this morning. If y'all could see, I got the shakes bad. I'm jitters today. Just so everybody knows, I am doing everything here by myself. It's just me. I don't have a producer or an editor. Like, it's just me. So, it's weird. Oh, I hate the smell of that. I don't like things that have any kind of menthol smell or like icy hot, anything like that. And I don't like products that have those ingredients in them, or like capsaicin, arnica. I don't like any of that. But this scent is fairly light. And it's 2-to-1 THC CBD cream. I've already used the Green Road CBD cream this morning. If I could pour it into a bathtub and go take a bath in it right now, I would. Music. I can't play it for you guys, but I need my playlist to get me through life. Over there. Right underneath me, there's a box. It's just a little screen share of my Spotify mini player, so I don't feel so weird singing and dancing to something that nobody knows what's going on. Anyway, that's the music announcement. So I sat here this morning trying some different combinations of colors. What I want to do, I'm not done creating it. Anyway, this happened because both I want to put periwinkle in her hair, and because I can't find my 75% warm gray pencil. I don't know where it went, and I'm praying that I don't find it laying around somewhere, like pieces of it. My dog, the little one, likes wood. I don't think I dropped it yesterday. I'm almost certain I saw it this morning. I mean, I've looked everywhere I can think of it. Might have gone. Check my head. Make sure I didn't stick it in my hair. Okay, like, this is not a show or oh, that stuff smells bad. It works, but it smells bad. It helps a lot with reducing inflammation, for one thing. So I'm not trying to complain, when I'm talking about how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, because I just want to be real, and I just want people to see that it's not easy to struggle through things, but it is possible. And I'm here for conversation. Like, yeah, I just do art and I talk all day. So, that is why I jump around subjects a lot. If I don't finish a thought, just say so in the chat or in the comments, and I'll try to get back to it. Like, I'll remember it if you remind me. Anyway, what I've got so far is basically 50% cool gray, 50% French gray, 30% French gray. I've got a Verithin here that is warm gray 20%. And I've got my white Verithin. Those will help me create some super nice details in the hair. I've also got this burnisher and my Derwent blender. This is also a Derwent, but it's a burnisher. It works a little different and does something a little different. And of course I've got my white, and I've got my periwinkle. I buy these by the dozen. That's what I've got so far, and I've gone through a few iterations of colors over here. There's some violet in there. Y'all, I don't know where that pencil is. It's driving me crazy, and it's because I only have one. I buy my pencils in groups, open stock. So I'll buy like so many of a particular color, but I'll buy like 10 colors at a time. And I've never bought any new French grays. So I don't know where it is. Man, I know that it's looking me right in my face, honestly. If my husband were here, he'd probably walk over here and just pick it up and hand it to me. He's a handy person to have around. If it gets too bad, I might send up a picture of my desk. Be like, I can't find my pencil. Where's it at? It just depends. I think I can get past this obsession. Anyway, so I've got some violet up here. Um, this is lavender right here. So like that's periwinkle, lavender, and cloud blue. This is violet, lilac, and periwinkle. I've got my current combination right now is basically like that's 30%. So it's 30% French gray. Come back over it with periwinkle. But I'm not sure I like that. And then I've also got this here where I was trying to mimic strokes for the hair. Because I'm going to do both techniques in the blending of the hair. Which is just me being weird. I know that. I'm trying to remember. Y'all, I do this all the time. I sit here and I'm like mixing the colors up. I never write down what I did. Just assume that later I'll be able to remember. And then guess what? I can't remember. I've got some grayed lavender in here. I didn't like how muddy that was looking. I want to try this here. Come back. Don't laugh. My house isn't level. I'm gonna come back over that with, okay. Huh. Wait. So what I'm trying to do is figure out how I can apply my colors in such a way as to create something that's pretty that I like. And I really think I like that right there. How would it look with 30% gray up in here? So that could be okay. So let me let's see. I kind of like this. All right. It kind of doesn't matter where that coloration goes in the blend, actually. So we're gonna do something that I've never actually tried before, and just mix it up with these 3 colors and our white. So again, I have watched the video for this class and taken my screenshots that I can look at on my iPad. Right. I'm trying to figure out my color blendology method here. Does that even make sense? Like, all right. I'm going to start with True Blue. I'm not sure how to do this, y'all. Give me a minute. I'm scoping out the light source here. And feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Wait, I need to empty that. I had two things that I was gonna watch as far as news today. There's like a almost 4-hour video on one of my favorite podcast channels, video podcast, vodcast. Ooh, a video podcast. It's a vodcast. I coined it. If nobody else already said it, you know. Look, my hands don't want to obey me at all today. I'm trying not to make a mess. It's fine. That was way too full. Okay. I keep my pencil shavings. Don't ask me why. I don't really know. Have a big jar of them in my room. Right. Okay. Much better. I want a really, really sharp pencil when I'm doing hair. Now, this is going to come out looking a little bit different from the hair strands that we have in here in the glasses lenses, but I did not flatten the tooth down completely on that area yet. So, if needed, I can always bring some of these colors back into it, if that makes sense. Okay, moving on. So, to start with, I'm going to map out the cast shadows. I'm a little nervous about this because, hey, look, it's gonna come out fine. It's gonna come out fine. Right? So, I'm just trying to pay attention to my light source here. Just a second. I can't find the screenshot that I need. Oh. Okay. So, Oops. So at this point, what I'm doing is the cast shadows, and I'm putting those in the darkest places, really. And I'm making them kind of thick and fuzzy. Despite doing the colors differently, I still want to um, make this color light. So, like, it's supposed to look white or a warm gray. Um, and I still want it to have that white, silvery, bright tone. So, I'm trying to be really careful about where I put things too dark. Sometimes I have to wait for her to lift her hand up in the video uh, so that I can take the screenshot. And I miss it a lot. That's why I'm sitting here doing this. I don't know why that thing says I just got signed out. I'm not. What are you doing to me? Okay, if anything just happened that was weird, just let me know. I'm sorry. Mm. I guess the English were a little bit harsh with Donald Trump. Huh? I mean, my kids call that getting pwned, I think. Whether you agree with him or like him or not, you cannot deny he didn't get freaking pwned. So, I'm putting more of this blue on this side because there's more of it that's actually behind objects. This one has more kind of sticking out. Oh my goodness. Make sure you stop and stretch or whatever. As far as coloring supplies or art supplies in general, but mostly coloring, I feel like colored pencils, well, they definitely used to be the medium I had the most trouble working with. I've learned a lot that, I mean, perhaps what I've learned about how to hold pencils in my hands and stuff, and adjusting my pressure. I guess that you could say that that has helped me a lot to be able to use colored pencils better, even when my hands are being bad. Bad hands, bad. Shame on you. So it used to be that colored pencils were the one supply that was really difficult for me to use when my hands made things challenging. They still are, I guess, but they've gotten easier. But I think all art supplies have gotten easier for me because if you can apply the concept of using less pressure, uh, to what you're doing, if you can learn it while you're coloring, you can apply that to other crafts as well, other arts. Like, it just starts to come natural with other things. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Give me some good love across these questions. I'm just gonna make it. So I just put some color right there, and I don't want it right there. I try to avoid my eraser most of the time, but sometimes it's like, oh, I really didn't want the color there. And since it's like the first layer, I'm just gonna go ahead and handle it. I'm trying to keep this color down deep in the spaces between the flowers and stems. Kind of thick, but I want it to definitely be Since my light is basically coming from like here, kind of, I'm trying to leave the tops of these leaves and flowers without, we call it, without much of a shadow at the very tippy top of them. That's what I'm trying to say. Without the shadow. Oh yeah, I'm struggling to see the light source right here. Okay. Let me move my hand so I can actually hold the paper. Okay, so now we're gonna go back down here and add in the finer lines. So I'm going to get my pencil really sharp and try to keep it really sharp. Unless, hang on, I have a Barathon for the same exact color, True Blue. This is going to help. It is the same color, right? Yep. Okay. Let's get her really sharp. So this is a harder core pencil. They're both Prismacolor. Same color. One is a softer core. That's this one. You can see that it's pretty thick compared to this pencil. So this pencil has a very, it's easy to get a really sharp point on it, and it's harder. Like, I'm trying to explain it. Like, you can get really light, thin lines with this, fine lines, that can be more difficult to get with this. This, when I'm coloring with it, you can see that I can get pretty nice thick lines. I can also get pretty thin lines. However, I have to sharpen this one more often. But it still can give you a really thin line. See? Right? That, I was holding it really, really soft. Let's do the Verithin. It gives me the ability to have a little bit more pressure without breaking my tip a lot. And you can still get the thicker lines too. But they are the same exact color. There aren't as many Verithin colors by far as there are in the Premier, which bums me out sometimes. But there's enough of variety that I can, if I can't find the exact match, I can at least, that's weird. I'm sorry, hang on a second. I don't know why, but I thought these had 70s, they said the number and a half on them. I'm so confused. Some of them do say half, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I like to use the Verithins when I'm doing very fine lines, especially if I need them to look somewhat wispy. So up here, I come back through here a little bit. This helps me to get more definition in things like hair, and it's not necessary at all. You can achieve just as good of an effect with just the Premiers, but I love Verithins. If there was a Verithin in every single color that Prismacolor has in their Premiers, I would absolutely have them. I keep myself in stock of the black and white in Verithins. I'm tensing up a lot because my anxiety is just high today. Like I'm going overboard here. Crud. I forgot I'm trying to make this white and not blue. Thin blue line, thick blue line. You know what? My husband has joined the chat, y'all, so if he gets stupid. What do you mean it looks like an alien? I really was having a fun time with the Verithin right here, and I went overboard. I'm trying to make this mostly like Periwinkle. But I do think that this color is going to blend together pretty well. I forgot that this was my brightest color. Oops. Yes, happy little accidents. Try to make it a little bit shorter away, because trying to leave a lot of highlights. This is something I struggle with. I love color so much that I just go wild applying the color. And then I'm like, oh man, I don't have any room for my highlights now. So that is why I have quite a few different products that I use or have used or tried or whatever to create highlights after I've gotten rid of them on accident. But sometimes I just get excited because I'm making like, I'm like, oh, my fine lines are so great. Look at that. So fine. I get excited. Look, we've already decided that we're gonna do this again. I just have to cut that paper up. Maybe I'll get that done this week. We'll see. Coffee meditation. I tend to find that I'm a little bit more silly and animated on the days when I feel really bad. Because, I mean, what else am I gonna do? You know? I use pretty much everything in my life as an opportunity to feel better. I use art to feel better. I use coffee to feel better. I use stretching to feel better. And laughter and music. And just seeing my husband's face. Hey babe, do the child house work today? Do you know? I don't think I have a periwinkle. I'm not gonna be able to get that fine of a line with my periwinkle. Oh well. Oh well. We got this. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. keeping the pencil sharp really helps. I'm trying to really examine the light source here because anything that's really far behind something big, I want to be darker. So like this one right here, I want that to be pretty light. This one too, but then down here I want that one to be pretty dark. And then in here I want it to be light. This is going to be pretty dark. So I'm just trying to figure out how to orient everything here. I have the depresso. It's only 10:05. Okay. I got this. There's about this much left of it. Woohoo! Literally not the same thing as coffee though. Okay. I don't like that little area right there. It's too smudgy. So, before I go any further, I'm just gonna clean that up. There we go. I'm just trying to let it curve around here. I love swoopy areas like this. They're kind of fun. I don't really know why. Let me know in the chat if you have like particular things that you like for absolutely no known reason. I love things that are swooshy. Okay. I think it looks cute already. Like, I could probably take my white pencil and go right over that and be done with it, and it would look cute. But that's not what we're doing. Oops. Sugar-free juice grape. Okay. You know the Pina Colada song, right? My kid, the youngest, sends me and his dad a text one night with these frankly epic lyrics that he just wrote in his mind really quick. I can't sing the whole thing here because it's slightly inappropriate and I wouldn't be able to do it justice. But it ends with sugar-free juice grape. And like basically the family has memorized it and it's now our family theme song. Okay. Got all that done. Here's my question. I'm gonna bring this periwinkle in here. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna bring it into the outer edges of each stroke or into the inner edges, and I'm just not sure yet. I'm not sure. Let's just see how it goes, what happens, okay? I don't even know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I showed up today though. And sugar-free juice grape. So the goal, I guess, is I really want the periwinkle to be the main color tone, but I think I might have messed that up a little bit because I went a little crazy with the true blue. But it's still gonna be pretty. Stay. There's a lot of light hitting this area. So I think I'm gonna do both. Like, I'm gonna add it randomly, kind of, actually. Sort of. I'm probably gonna use a lot of it, and it's gonna look completely different from how I just saw it in my head. But that's okay. One of the things that I have trouble with sometimes is I'll see something in my head, and I'll be like, ooh, that's a great idea. And then I convince myself that what I need to do is get everything I need to make the thing in my head exactly how I saw it in my head. Well, sometimes that can be quite difficult. And I used to um, let that frustrate me, let it stop me, let me just like, oh, this is not going right. I'm over it. I'm done. And then I would put it aside, or I would tell myself, no, to do this, I need this other thing, so I have to wait for it to get here. Which in the process, of course, I would lose the project completely, all the parts. So by the time 2 days shows up, by the time a package 2 days later shows up, look, I'm talking backwards again. Um, I've lost the pieces that I had together, and now I have to like try to hold on to the thing that just came in the mail, and then also find the things that I lost, and that's how projects never get done. So I started to think about it like as if what I see in my head that is the idea isn't exactly how it needs to be made. It can start out a certain way, and then it can morph and change as I go. And that actually helps me with that whole perfectionism thing. Pausing. Yes. So, yeah, it helps me in a lot of ways to um, realize that, okay, you're going to do this thing and you want it to come out cute, but if I'm expecting myself to make it exactly as I saw it in my mind, that's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. I'm keeping all of these strokes really lightish. At this stage, I'm not even trying to fill in any more of the white. I'm actually just toning the color that's already there. Okay. Before I go further, I can't go further. No, no, no can do. Okay, I'm showing my age, sorry. I am ageless. I don't have an age. No, I didn't say I'm immortal. I just said I'm ageless. We're gonna go with the, hang on. I could go with 30% French gray here. Or I could go with 20% warm gray, which is 734.5. I knew some of them had the half number on them. Make me think I'm losing it. I can't be losing it. I didn't have it. Alright, so this is a Verithin. So we're going to go with 20% warm gray in the Verithin. And I'm going to apply this in just kind of over it in some places, not all places. Honestly, I don't know if I like this. So let's go into it. I'm going to use the 30% French gray because I do need a softer pencil to do what I'm attempting to do here. I forgot what I was saying a minute ago. So, if you wanted to hear the rest of that thought, let me know. Just ask me in the live chat. So I'm not even like, I don't even need to use the gray, but what I am using the gray for is to give it almost a silverish. I don't want to tell y'all that I'm attempting to make periwinkle holographic hair because I don't know if it's going to work out. But I think that's what I'm trying to do here. Okay? I want to create the illusion of a lot of movement in the color. Reese. My dog's chewing on himself. I'm sorry if you can hear it. I know it sounds kind of gross. But he can't hear me. And I haven't figured out what I can keep at my desk to kind of throw at him. Not at him, but at his kennel. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I like that a lot. Okay, let's do the periwinkle on the rest of the hair. It's getting it's getting close to lunchtime, so I don't know how much of this will finish before then. There's the front door. Okay. Let's not go in and out the door a lot, please. They can't help closing it like that because of the door being the way the door is. It's not their fault, it's the door's fault. I'm thinking about the fact that we've been moving my meds, trying to adjust, and I'm trying to mentally assess how I'm feeling right now. Because at the moment, I don't want to go to lunch. I absolutely love coloring hair. In fact, I have a whole book that I bought recently of, I can't think of her name at the moment. One of my favorite artists. I have a whole book of her hair inspirations that I bought. And we'll be coloring those up soon. Some of those. Hair is one of my favorite things to do, and I don't know if you notice, but I don't necessarily always go with natural hair colors. I guess there's no way for you guys to know this yet, but I like rainbow colored hair. I've been growing my hair out because I wanted my hair really long. So I haven't colored it in a while. Plus, to be honest, it takes a lot of effort for me to dye my hair because I do it myself. I don't trust anybody else to touch my hair. And I use really good products, and I'm very specific about everything. And I already know how I want my hair to be colored this next time around. And I have everything I need to do it, but like I said, it takes a lot of energy. I really love how this is coming out. Like a lot. I like it a lot. You can't hear the doggo. That's good. Because he always be chewing on himself, and I'm like, ew. But yeah, I don't really want to go to lunch. I have to. But I would just sit here and keep coloring if I could. This is one of the reasons that I love doing people type images, characters, because I love coloring hair. Also, like fur and feathers, anything that's really, really textured, I love. But especially hair. It's something about the wispy lines gets me, and I used to be not as good at this. And I'm out of coffee. I just forgot that. I have the depresso. Okay. So now I need to sharpen the pencil again. You gotta keep the Premier's sharp. Okay, I went a little too far with that right there, but it'll be fine. Oh. I don't think that they make Verithin in Periwinkle. I'm gonna have to look that up. Because if they do, I need it. So yeah, as I've been watching the news today, I've confirmed that Jimmy Kimmel was taken off air. And I don't know about the reason they did that, yo, because what they're saying is just like they were mad. They were mad because of what he said. So they took to his boss, I guess, and his boss was like, "Sure, we'll take him off air." I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'm pretty mad about it, but I'm gonna have to think on it. In the meantime, why don't you guys let me know what you think? Give me some different perspectives on it. truth that this life takes a toll on you. I spend nights stitching up the loose threads of my soul. In the morning I'm bulletproof. And if you want, I could tell the truth that this life takes a toll on you. I spend nights stitching up the loose threads of my soul. In the morning I'm bulletproof. In the morning I'm bulletproof. So keep humble. Such a life in the middle of the jungle. When your eyes keep so still. I thank God every day. I woke up feeling small. I can't help but myself. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. Cruise and if my baby I choose. I thank God I woke up feeling small. I can't help but myself. Okay. That's looking pretty great. So I'm gonna go back here with my gray, my French gray, 30%. Let's keep her sharp. I'm kind of bringing this quickly through the darker areas. Not going with every line here. Just I'm not even trying to blend this. I don't want it to be blended right at this moment. I'm almost like just accenting little places with this color. Choose onion pizza, please. Red ones on here, make quesadilla. Otherwise, it smells like feet to me. Looks like a toy. Never trust a dog to watch my food, and I like to use the word dude as a noun or an adverb or an adjective, and I've never really been into cars. I like really cool guitars and superheroes and checks with lots of zeros on them. I love the sound of violence and making someone smile. So, here goes everything that you asked for. Okay. Yep. Introducing you probably know more than you ever wanted to. Something is supposed to. Feeling really nauseous. Nauseated, nauseous. I believe the appropriate word is nauseated. I never say that word though. I don't know why. It just bothers me. Yes, some words bother me. Just because they bother me as words, not because there's any kind of association with them. Like, I had a friend once that didn't like the word moist. It would just make her shiver, and like, she hated it. she would be like, moist. Ew, moist. She wouldn't say it herself either. Okay. You guys can see what I'm doing here with the gray. I'm going to go ahead and go to lunch. I might finish up just the gray part before I come back to stream, either this afternoon or tomorrow morning around 8:30-ish a.m. I don't think I'm gonna make it back this afternoon because I'm not feeling good at all right now. It is what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. Alright. It's looking pretty good though. What do you think? Does it look like periwinkle hair? I like it. What am I doing? Okay. I had a lot of fun today. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you have any questions or comments or just want to say hi later, that's what the comment section is for. I do read those. Because, like, I've only gotten a couple so far. Completely. There's plenty of time for me to read them. I don't think I have anything else to say today. So, this has been Periwinkle Palace Arts. I'm Princess Bun Bun. I'm here with my bunnies. Say bye, Mocha. You know what I really love about her? Her ears are so super soft and they're pointy. And she has the prettiest shaped eyes. Look at that. I'm just saying. Okay. We did art stuff here today, which is what we do here. And we talk about things. Let me know how you feel about the Jimmy Kimmel thing down there too. What else? What else? What else? Bye.